As we're coming into the cooler seasons of the year, pies will be an increasingly popular dish on the menu. Today I wanted to explore the different pastry types depending on the type of pie you're making. Let's do it. First up is my shortcrust pastry. This will take plain flour, butter, lard and cold water to make. I'm using a metal bowl and a knife. These have been in the fridge so they're nice and cold, which always helps with pastry making. I weigh out my flour and butter, lard and then cut the fats up into smaller pieces. I will be rubbing this into the flour, but before I get my hands involved, I use this cold knife to start to incorporate it all together. Once I've done as much as I can with the knife, I can get my hands involved, and without handling the dough too much, I use my fingertips to mix the two with the aim of achieving fine breadcrumbs. Once it's all mixed, I have some ice cold water and I add a tablespoon at a time, starting with around 5 tablespoons. Now the trick is to combine and form the pastry into one ball. If you need to add some more water, do so and use the bowl to bring it all together. Now that has been done, another key thing is to let this pastry rest. I open up some cling film and put my pastry in the middle, wrap and pop in the fridge for at least 30 minutes. Second one is a hot water pastry. I combine lard and water into a saucepan. This is the base of my pastry. Whilst that is happening, I weigh out some flour, and now the lard water has melted, I'll sprinkle this in. Again, the key is to work quickly. I mix this together with a wooden spoon, and once all mixed really thoroughly, I add an egg yolk and mix. You can put a clean towel over, keep warm and rest for 15 minutes. Now I have a flaky pastry. Again, I use a chilled bowl and knife to help keep it cool. I weigh out the plain flour, and I actually have some butter which I've put in the freezer for around 30 minutes beforehand. The trick is to measure out so you have the exact amount. Now I'll use a grater and grate all that butter over the flour. Use a knife to mix around and bring the two together. Now add in some cold water, a dribble at a time, and bring this pastry together. Bring into a ball and then wrap in cling film. This can be put in the fridge to have a good rest. All 3 of these are now ready to roll and use. Stay up to date with the channel, as I'm going to have many exciting pie recipes coming your way soon.